gender identity. As you know, with FHA at this point making up more than 1 in 5 home purchases in the country, and about 1 in 2 of all first-time home buyers, this is enormously powerful and important step forward. HUD has pursued complaints under this authority as well. Earlier this year, HUD reached an historic settlement with Bank of America on allegations that the mortgage lender had refused to provide financing to a lesbian couple and had illegally based its denial on the couple's sexual orientation and marital status. The couple had worked with B of A for several weeks to provide all the necessary loan application documents. This included the applicants listing her partner's mother as a co-applicant on the loan. They were assured by B of A that they were likely to receive a mortgage, yet 1 business day prior to closing, B of A denied the mortgage because it did not consider the loan applicant and the co-applicant directly related because the state didn't recognize same-sex marriage. The result was that the couple was unable to close on the loan. B of A settled by agreeing to pay the maximum possible penalty and going forward agreeing to notify its residential mortgage loan originators, processors, and underwriters of this agreement with HUD. The agreement is the first enforcement action taken against the lender under this new rule and sends a strong signal to the lending industry that we will not tolerate discrimination in HUD programs on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, or marital status. Moving forward, HUD will continue to aggressively investigate and prosecute these kinds of violations. And using our research arm, we will study and monitor trends in fair housing. I'm proud to announce that next month, HUD's Office of Policy Development and Research will release the first ever study of housing discrimination against same-sex couples. This large-scale, paired testing study will assess housing discrimination against same-sex couples in metropolitan rental housing markets using advertisements on the internet. The research is based on 6,833 email correspondence tests conducted in 50 metropolitan markets across the United States from June through October of 2011. I know it will be an important study both for what it tells us and for the increased light that it shines on the problem. As I close today, I want to thank you again for inviting me and for being on the front lines on fair housing issues, particularly working to gain sexual orientation and gender identity protections in the NAR Code of Ethics. These protections represent an important addition to NAR policy. As President Obama said so movingly during his second inaugural address, quote, "We the people declare today that the most evident of truths, that all of us are created equal, is the star that guides us still, just as it guided our forebears through Seneca Falls and Selma and Stonewall. Your efforts in this area, not to mention your mere existence as an organization, represents how far we have come as a nation. I urge you to continue your advocacy to further the cause of fair housing for LGBT individuals and all Americans denied equal protections under the laws. Together, we can ensure our nation's continuing and full evolution as we build a more perfect union." Thank you for having me today.